Good morning. It is bright and early on a Saturday for most. Some of us, we've been up a little bit. I hope everybody is doing well this morning. I am getting my other Instagram account up so I can say good morning to everybody. Alrighty. Okay, I hope everybody is starting their Saturday off well. I am going to try something new today. We are going to try this live unboxing. I hope this goes well. I'm pretty excited to try it. I'm kind of getting in my seat here, so bear with me. Good morning, Christine. I hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. Survive the week. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to come on as I kind of hit the button right at 11. So, Tammy made it. Good morning, Tammy. So you guys will kind of see my full desk when I get the first initial kit out, and then we'll zoom in so you can see a little bit closer. But we got a few people on here. I don't want to get too started too soon, but I hope everybody's doing good. I think this will be a fun kit to look at. I have yet to open this. I've had it for a hot minute. I got this kit from Art and Soul with my Reagan Care Bear back when they first announced the Hannah Lynn collaboration. So they had a massive influx. So I've had this one for a little bit, but I'm excited to open it. I'm going to open it with you guys. I've not opened it at all, so this should be pretty fun. Give it another minute or so, and we'll go ahead and get started. I hope this is what I want it to be. Not gonna lie, I hope this is what I want it to be with a live unboxing. I haven't seen anybody else do it. They may have, I just haven't seen it, so we're gonna give it a shot. So give everybody a chance to ask me questions, and we'll kind of have some fun. Oh, Tammy, no problem. Tammy asked, she said you didn't know what the request meant. Ignore me. She had hit a request to watch, and I can't see that. So above me is my phone, because I'm doing this from my phone. And that's got my Instagram account up live, so I can't actually see my screen. It's way above my head right now. And then I've got my personal Instagram on my laptop, which you can kind of see the corner of over here. So I can see the chat because I can't look. Oh, thank you, Ali and Lenore. Yeah, we're going to give it a shot. What the hey, this will be fun. Try something new. Something new to me especially. All right, I'll get my name out of the way, and let's go ahead and get started. So I did post in my announcement of this that I am doing The Lion and the Lamb by William Hallmark. This is an Art and Soul kit. It's square. It's 50 by 75 centimeters. So it does have the Art and Soul box that came out right as they were doing the big announcement with Hannah Lynn and everything. It's got their information up here. We're gonna go ahead and get this bad boy open. Now I will say I believe that the way they have started boxing these is slightly different. They started adding the fun things in after these kind of shipped to them. So my baggie has my washi tape. Ooh, I got kind of a Christmassy one. It's got candy canes, and I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. I'm not currently looking over at my laptop, but hopefully you can see that. And then I got a cover minder. Oh, it's a German Shepherd. Now that's cool. They don't know me, but that suits me very well. I love my dogs. I want a German Shepherd so bad. And that's a whole nother tangent I won't go into. So you got the little bag with washi tape and a cover minder. And now we will get into this bad boy. There will be noise and crinkles and all that stuff. because it isn't. Let me actually back up really quick. I did one thing I didn't need to. I'm going to turn the overhead light off and hopefully you guys can see okay. I have a great fan light in my craft room, but if the bulbs are at an angle where it gives a really bad round glare, I've got 2 lights on my table. So, oh, thank you, Tammy, for sharing my live to your socials. I appreciate it. Alrighty, so here we go. So it is packaged. This one you can see the design and the inventory sheet on here. I'll get into it. It does have a toolkit in here. Let's get this opened. All right. And it's your standard toolkit. They have the small tray, a multi-placer. It is the fat multi-placer. It's not a skinny one. And then they have the standard pen. I think that's a 3-placer, the fat one. They do have the wax in the container, and it looks like there's 3 waxes in there. So, and those of you that, most of you on here, I believe, are like not newbies, but it does have the plastic that you're supposed to peel off before you dip your pen into the wax. That keeps it contained. You have little baggies. Got the sharp tweezers. And of course you have the foam squeezy. Purple, my favorite color. Well, purple and blue are my favorite colors. And these are the Art and Soul ones, but they're just as pointy and as sharp as other company ones. So I believe, please don't quote me on this, but I believe Art and Soul plans to have their name on their tweezers, but don't quote me on that. I'm not an insider. I've just heard rumor. So I am not special. I don't know any inside good tips, but that is my rumored hearings, mumblings. So, and I do know that I did see their post. They are going to be updating their canvases. I think that's in the works now to update the canvas material and some of their drills. So, all right, here comes the loud. Let's get this plastic off here. All right, so Art and Soul, one thing I love about them is they have an inventory sheet that they provide, and it gives you the number, the symbol, the color DMC code, the quantity that is needed in the painting, as well as the actual quantity in the bags that are provided, the weight of the bag, and how many bags of each color. So, and then a total how many number of bags over here. I really like that about theirs. So if you wanted to swap something, you could go by weight. You also could go by, you know, how many, if you know that there's 2,000 drills in a bag from the company you're buying from, that can give you an idea as well. But I really like how their inventory sheet is set up. This does have 55 colors. So there's 56 bags. So let's see. Our 3807 is the one we're going to have 2 bags of. So that is a blue shade. So I'm assuming that's going to be our background kind of sky. And there are 3 soul dust in this. They call their fairy dust soul dust, but that's the ZG. So there are 3 of those. And it looks like one of them has a good amount of numbers in it, number of drills in it. So that's pretty fun. It won't be too low. And I'll show that closer when I can zoom in just a minute. So I'll set that to the side. And let's get this canvas unrolled. All right. And we'll look at the sticker sheet closer as well, but they do provide the sticker sheet that has an image. This entire thing is the sticker. And then that is the individual colors that you can, they're cut on the numbers here. So we'll look at that closer when I zoom in a little bit more as well. I'm sorry guys, I just knocked off my garlic ghoul. Now look at this. This is a honkin' bag of drills. There's a lot of drills. It is quite heavy considering. So we'll go through that in a minute as well. And that is loud. Set that to the side here. And this is poured glue, so I can roll it backwards, which I'm going to try to do real quick. So maybe it'll lay a little bit better for us. I do like the backing on their kits. It's a soft material, but it doesn't like collect hair and dust and stuff like some I've seen. So, all right. Okay, and you probably won't be able to see all of this because it is going past onto my laptop, but we're going to at least see if we can kind of see a little bit big here on how this one is looking. So we do have our lion. Here's our lamb. This is a square. The symbols are pretty clear. I will say, like, some here in this dark. And we'll zoom in on this in a minute, but just glancing, because this is the first time I'm opening it and looking at it. Some of these darker colors are kind of blending together. So it'll be interesting to see the shades of these to see how close they are in matching for the symbols. But the symbols are clear. I don't see any symbols that are questionable to me. I will say one thing, and we'll zoom in and discuss it too, is that what I like about Art and Soul is that their like G is backwards, so that it doesn't get confused with like a C. So their Z is backwards, so it's not confused with like the tube or anything. I like that. I also like that they do not use the pound or hashtag symbol, because that can get muddled sometimes. They do the equal symbol, so I'm glad that they do that and not a pound / hashtag symbol. So we'll zoom in, but that's our lion, there's our lamb, and then over here it does look like we have a slight rainbow that I did not catch in the picture online, so that's kind of a fun thing I wasn't expecting. Looks like there's going to be a lot of grass. This is still part of the lion's back end. And then we got a lot of sky and clouds up here. So it's pretty confetti heavy. I think the sky, I think this lower part is where we're going to have a lot of confetti. And then up here in the sky, I think there'll be some multi-placing that we can do. The clouds look moderate confetti-wise. There's some color blocking a little bit. It's not real solid color blocking. There is some scattered in there. So our lion is pretty confetti heavy. Our lamb is very color blocked. We'll zoom in, but this is all the same color. So our lamb will get knocked out pretty quickly. So, and then here in the shadow of the lion is heavy color blocking. So I don't know about you guys. Are you guys confetti people? Are you color blocking people? Are you a combination? What do you guys like while you're watching? I am kind of a combo person, but I'll probably honestly get through a lot of this confetti heavy stuff and then move my way towards the color blocking. So I'll have to decide how I lay this out to work it. Thank you, Christine. It is really pretty. I like it. Tammy says she likes a mix. I'm with you, Tammy. I kind of like a mix as well. If it's all confetti heavy, I get a little overwhelmed. So I kind of like the combination. So this will be fun. I am typically a start in my far right hand corner, work my way to my left, then repeat the next row and work my way over, and then I flip upside down and work upside down. This piece, since it's more of a landscape as opposed to portrait, I will probably work this one in this direction, quite honestly. So I will probably start down here and get through a lot of this heavy confetti and then fill it in with a little color blocking and work this way through this piece. And then when I'm tired and I'm at the end, I'm in a lot of that color blocking. I think that's going to be my best bet for this one. But that's just my personal take. Tammy, I am so glad you finally made a live too. I'm glad you're awake. I know you've had a busy couple weeks, so a hard couple weeks. So I'm glad you're here. Michelle, thank you for being here. You like a combo as well. You don't mind doing single placing for the entire canvas. I'm with you, Michelle. Depending upon the canvas, I like single placing. My current Care Bear that I'm doing, that's an Art and Soul piece, I'm single placing the whole stinking thing. I like that. I don't know, there's something nostalgic about going old school when I was single placing when I first started diamond painting, so I like that. Tammy says she's weird because I can't rotate my canvas. There's nothing weird about that, Tammy. A lot of people can't rotate their canvases. I do it for lack of space. It was kind of forced upon me. M. Brown, this is so fun. I've never been to a live unboxing. Thank you. This is new for me too. I've never done a live unboxing. I want to try something different. So this allows you to ask me questions as I'm going and interact with me. And so if you have a question or I didn't show you something on the canvas you want to see, holler at me. So Tammy is getting used to a new norm. I know, Tammy. Things change in life and there's seasons in life and we do different things and things happen. So now I'm going to go ahead, I think, and zoom in a little bit if this isn't too distracting for y'all. And we'll take a closer look at the drills and find those special drills and kind of see where they're at in the canvas. So we'll kind of move the canvas around a bit, but we'll zoom in a little bit so it's not so high up and you guys can get a better picture. So let me stand really quick because I said at the beginning, I'm doing this live from my phone and it's way above me. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so we are about in this area. Is that okay for everybody? Christine says she's doing a huge piece right now and it's a good mix. I rotate upside down, left, right, and all the ways. This one doesn't fit on my card table. I will work on when I do big ones. Okay. Yeah, I have a craft table that's actually a sewing table and the ends come up and then it folds down into a skinny little table. Right now, that's what I'm working with. I will eventually, I've been gifted my dad's old drafting table from when I was a kid, and that will be an angled table, but right now that's still in Indiana. So I have not gotten that down here yet. I eventually have to do that. I'm in Georgia, and I gotta get that down here. When I do that, my whole craft room will be disassembled and we'll reassemble and figure out how everything's gonna sit. But I have limited space. You can't see my whole craft room, but I do a lot of different crafts, so it's cram-packed in here. So I have this space to work on, and it has to roll and move and switch around. M. Brown says, I am super happy to see this image get some love. I selected it a while back, and I love to see others enjoying it. By the way, this is Melissa, co-owner of Art and Soul. Oh, hi, Melissa. I was wondering who it was. I'm so glad you're on here. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. I love you guys. I really do. So thank you for being here. And thanks for letting me know it was you. Yeah, I love this image too. As soon as I saw it, I knew this was an image I had to have. It means a lot to me. I don't hide the fact that I have faith, but I don't Bible beat people. And I think this will be a really fun piece to have in my house. So, and Tammy's sharing the love with Melissa as well, and how much she loves her company. And she got her Care Bear from Art and Soul. So I will say, you guys, and this isn't just because Melissa's on here, I love their customer service. Every time I've had a question or anything, everybody's really prompt to respond to me. So I appreciate you guys very much. It's an easy company to work with. And I love that you keep so many images up all the time. It's not it's only up for a short while. It's this image, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Melissa, but this image is still available to purchase from Art and Soul, and it's been up there for a while, and that's what I love is I don't have to stress. I see something I like, but maybe I need to wait a hot minute before I can purchase it. I don't have to stress. It's not a bash on anybody else. It's not a bash on anything like that. It's just a personal preference I have that I'm not stressing. That, you know, I can do this unboxing for you guys and know that this image is still available for you to purchase if this intrigues you. So, Christine says, my next on is going to be an art and soul. Oh, good, Christine. Welcome to the family soon. I think you'll like it. So far, I've been very happy. Melissa says, thanks. We love you too. This is an awesome idea. And she loves Tammy. It's okay, Melissa. You're not distracting. This is good. This is what I wanted. This is why I wanted to do a live one, that we can interact and talk about it too. So, okay, you guys have just stared at the image long enough while I'm babbling. Okay, so it's going to be loud here. On their drills, they do mark, and I'll show you if I can bring this up here. It does have the identification, so you will see on the drills, this number here will match your canvas. So if you do need to separate them for some reason, I know some people like to put their canvases up, and they like put their drills separately. So I'm hoping that this is in screen for you guys. Okay, so there is the two identifiers. This is the name. This is an image of the small image of the work, as well as the artist. So, and it does have the legends on the side, and we'll look at that. But let's pop these drills open really quick so you guys can see the quality of the drills. Okay, where's my opening? There it is. Okay. And I may have zoomed in too much, so if you guys say something to me if I'm zoomed too much. Like I said, this is all new. It's the first time I'm trying a live unboxing, so y'all bear with me. Oh, hi Laura, good morning. Tammy loves my babble. I do babble, y'all. If you haven't come to my lives or anything like that, I do babble. I'm sorry. Melissa says, yeah, we want to remove the stress from buying. Nobody should be going into debt from FOMO. We want to decrease the stress for customers and artists. Okay. Yeah, Laura, I can zoom out a touch. Let's do this. Okay, let's see if that's better. I'm trying to look up at my phone here. Okay. Is that a little bit better, guys? And I agree, Melissa. I mean, that's why you want that stress off of customers. And I'm trying to see. Okay, Tammy says that's perfect. All right, good. Thanks, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. So one thing I do like how they do their drills is they do put them in individual baggies already for you. So you can work directly out of the baggies if you choose, or you can put them in storage containers. I'm a storage container gal, so I will take mine out. But one thing I like is they're in numerical order. I don't have to find the special drills. They're always at the end. So right back here at the end is their special drills for this one, because I did squares with their soul dust. So these are my 3 soul dust that I got. And this is a really pretty yellow. I'm hoping you guys can see the sparkle on those. My computer Instagram is a little bit slower, so I'm kind of paused here to see if you guys can see that okay. Okay, Michelle, I'm glad you said it's better too. I'm sorry I zoomed in a little too far, guys. This blue, oh my goodness. I love the sparkle and shimmer in this blue. And then this, it is the sky. I think this is probably going to be some of the highlights maybe in the clouds. We'll have to look here in a minute, but it's kind of a bluish gray, but that's really pretty. I like this color. I wasn't expecting that. And then here we start with our ones. We've got some blues here. And we'll look at the sheet, but we know the color codes will be on our inventory sheet. So I like that they're in numerical order. It's not in order by how much is in the bag. It's in numerical order. So I'm going to close this up and we can look closer if everybody wants to see more of the colors in just a minute. But let's be real, we all love those special drills. So, all right, so our 55 is kind of our yellow color. And this is, oh, I don't think I've seen this symbol. I guess maybe we would call this a tree. Hi, Jay Lily. Let's see. Catching up here. Oh, sorry, Lee. Tell Lenora hello. Take care of her. Their soul dust are gorgeous, Tammy. Oh, Michelle just works out of the baggies. I like that. Soul dust are my favorite, Melissa. Yeah, I'm the same way. And does everybody agree? Is this a tree? Can you see it okay? Will we say this is a tree? I don't think I've seen this symbol before. Can you guys see it? It's like a stick with 2 arrows on it. I don't know. What do y'all think? Melissa, you're the expert. Is that a tree? So it's just a little bit of this yellow. I'm going to see if I can spot it real quick for us. I would think it's somewhere. Yep, here we go. It's going to be right here around the eye of our lion. And let me look at our inventory sheet, because this inventory sheet is amazing. Down here, we'll be using 91 of them, but they gave us 200 of these. This is amazing. So they must be elsewhere in our lion. Let's see. I'm trying to find. Christine calls it a double arrow. I like that. Melissa works out of the baggies as well. Tammy says it's a cell tower. I could see cell tower. I love how we all come up with names for our symbols. I know there has to be more, not just around his eye, but let's see. Y'all are working with me here. Oh, there's some around his nose. The little cheek piece around his nose. So I think it's mostly up in his face. Because I wouldn't see there would be any in the ground or anything. So I think it's really going to be up here. I see some here. And I see some around this eye. So that's our yellow. That's a pretty yellow. And 54 is this blue that I love, which I call this the pie symbol. If you guys can see that. Yeah, I call it pie. I've heard some people call it a T. Oh, the rainbow. It could be in the rainbow. No, I don't see any in the rainbow. I think the rainbow is a little bit fainter colors, maybe. But I know it's around his face. But that didn't look like 91 spots of the yellow. But I'm sure I'll find more up there in his face. But okay, so here's our blue. And here's a picture of it too. I call this the pie. Tammy says the pine tree is better than a cell tower. The cell tower is still pretty cool. Melissa says, see, if I'm the expert, we're all in more trouble than we know. I think of it as a double arrow or a pine tree. Yeah, see, I like that too. So, so this is my pie symbol. I'm assuming that that's going to be somewhere up here around the sky. Where is our pie? How many of them are there? Oh, there's only 30 of these. But they still gave us 200. I love that. All right, so where do we think the pie could be? Where could our pie be? It's got to be somewhere up here around the blue. Oh, here it is. I found it. It is right over here as part of the shading to the edge of our lion. Oh, there's our pie. Now I'm hungry for pie. Yeah, I like that. That'll be pretty little shimmer to the edge. Since I have 200 drills, I might add more of these blues because I like this blue. I'm not going to lie. I do like this blue. Okay. Sometimes I get fixated. There's the babbling again, Tammy. Yeah, I think it is the shadowing to the lion there. But I might add a little bit more if it's not too much. Here's our big bag of soul dust. There are 1,883, and they gave us 2,200 of these bad boys. And this is the sum sign. I only recognize this because I do too much in Excel spreadsheets. So that is the sum sign for me. This is pretty blue gray that I liked. And then this, I'm sure, is going to be in the clouds. Yep, I see some already. We flip this here. You can already see it. That's a lot of pretty shimmer in these clouds. Oh, that's going to be so nice. I don't know if you guys can see it okay, but there's a lot of the sum sign right here. Probably shouldn't be using that finger to point it out. Sorry, everybody. And now I just drew attention to it. But, yeah, there's a lot of that shimmer all around these clouds. It's like an outline to the clouds almost. So that's going to be really pretty. I mean, it's all throughout here. Oh, I'm excited to see that. That's going to be very nice. A nice shimmer to the clouds. So that's our specialty drills. Tammy says, don't ever stop babbling. Tammy, I don't think I can physically ever stop babbling. My babbles don't ever stop. Since we are zoomed in a little bit, I kind of showed you this from a distance and it was a little bit harder to see. So I think a lot of people are already familiar with Art and Soul, but it really is so beneficial that they give you an idea of how many you need to place, the quantity in the bag that they provide, the weight of the bag, how many bags. It has been really beneficial, especially if you want to bling it out, if you want to change it. There's no guessing on what you need. It is right there in front of you. And I did point this out earlier, but let me kind of show you here as well. See, their G is backwards, so you cannot confuse it with a C. There are two, and then down here their Z is backwards. I know that can be a little confusing, but I realized with doing my Care Bear what a benefit it was, because in my Care Bear, my C and my G are similar in color of the symbol, and there was no way to confuse them. I think that was a brilliant plan on Art and Soul's part to really separate those and define them. I do like that they're in numeric order at the first, and then they start doing letters. They do have a symbol there at number 11. But for the most part, there's one at 26. For the most part, they go in alphanumerical order, and then they have the other symbols towards the end. So, I think the pine tree was really the first symbol that I've not had before. I think I recognize all the other symbols and have my silly names for all of them. But yeah, so I think it's pretty straightforward on that. Now, do you guys want to see some more of the colors? I will say the quality here, I'm really pleased. It does have the scalloped edge, which I'm sure you can see, and it's got their logo. It's a thick canvas. It's not going to crinkle on you or fall apart. Let's see this real quick. We'll see the tacky. Let's pull this up a little bit here. It's a good thick cover, and that's, you guys probably hear that. Laura, this is not the new silk canvas. This is, I got this kit back right when they released the Hannah Lynn's. So this is a little bit older one. You know, so it's not the new canvas yet. I can't wait to try the new canvas. I know it's coming soon, but yeah, I'm pleased with the sticky. And one thing I like about their kits, and I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm hoping that you can. Let me see if I can arrange. Down here at the very bottom, what I like about Art and Soul, and this is just a personal preference, the glue field does not go way over the outer edges of the picture. So when I'm working, I can put washi tape down if I want, but my other Art and Soul, I have not even needed a washi tape edge because my hand is not sticking to the canvas because it doesn't have such a giant glue field on the edges. But the glue goes you know, just past the edge of the image, so you don't have to worry about there not being glue, but you also don't have all this excess glue around the edges. And I really like that about Art and Souls kits, that glue field is not excessive. So I have the choice of not using washi tape on the edges. Tammy says, I love when a company takes time to think about how the symbols can trip us up at times, so they make changes to make it easier. And she thanks Melissa for that. And I absolutely agree. My eyesight is not the best, so being able to make out the symbols is really good. I did want to look at, Melissa says, we are DPers ourselves, so we want to be super fun for everyone. We always listen, can't do everything at once, but we listen and try. Absolutely, Melissa. I mean, the feedback you've gotten, and then that you've changed things up and done different things. I mean, down to your shipping. They've changed their shipping so they can get them to customers faster. They really strived hard during that big Hannah Lynn release. They got bombarded, which is great because it really got their name out there. But I'm sure that it was probably overwhelming to you guys. But I'm glad you got through that hump. I'm glad it brought a lot of customers to you guys. And I hope you continue to keep that good loyal base because I love your products. Michelle says she agrees. I love that the glue is not too far over. Yeah, it really makes a big difference to me because then I have the choice, especially a piece this large. I'm not using an entire roll of washi tape to cover the edges because there's so much glue. So one thing when I first started, I noticed like this 6 H and Z here. You guys probably just see it as a dark blob from this angle, but we have some colors here that are pretty close. So fortunately the symbols are different enough that I can make them out, but I'm kind of curious if you guys don't mind waiting with me here a minute. Let's look at these colors and let's see how close they really are here. So excuse the noise again. All right, looking at our legend here, obviously 6 will be 6. So let's pull that guy out. And my inventory sheet here. And we've got a lowercase h, which is number 40. So we're going to be down here somewhere. Yep, there's 40. And we've got, let's see, we have the Z here. That's going to be 32. So I'm betting somewhere right here. Yep, there's 32. And there's U is close and D. So let's go 28, which I bet is somewhere in here. There's 27, there's 28. And that was our U. What's our D? 13. It'll be up here. I was wondering if that was 13. All right, let me push those out of the way. So we've got some darker shades here. And this is kind of this dark circle here. So we've got all of these colors that's in this area. And I was just kind of curious myself on how close these shades are. Yeah, so they're fairly close in shade. So it'll be, you know, it's kind of a shadow, I believe, for the lion here, where it's kind of the dip into his body where there's grass and all. And I think this is going to be a shadow of where he's laying with the lamb in front of him. And the symbols are, you know, fortunately, like 6 doesn't look like H or anything, but the color on the canvas is very similar. But that's why I wanted to pull the shades out, because look how close the shades are. We know this is going to be 310. I mean, that's just, that's a given. That's the 310. Let's see, 40 is 3371. That doesn't surprise me. 32 is 938. And 28 is 838. And then 13 is the D, which I knew is kind of this further outliner to it. Was going to be a little bit lighter shade. So, Laura says, yeah, you guys have been working hard, Melissa. It's good to see. Yeah, they have been working really hard. But this is a little reassuring when I see these are all so close in color on here. how close the colors are when you're putting them down. But it's still, to me, it's probably not legible to you guys that far away. The symbols are very legible to me. It just looks like one dark color blob. So I was just kind of curious how many colors were in there and how close in shade they were. Because it's usually those dark colors that usually get me. I can genuinely say I think I can work on this piece without a light pad. Are any of you guys light pad users? I vary if I do a light pad or not. Do we have light pad users? I know Tammy's a light pad user. Does anybody else do a light pad? I don't have a big light pad. I have a little light pad, like 8 by 10 size. So I have to shift it a lot. So I don't use it that often. Laura is a light pad all day, every day. I use these bright overhead lights for myself. Jaylee Lee's become a light pad user. Do you guys do, Melissa is a light pad all the way. Isn't it funny how we all are very different? That's what I love about it. Laura said, doesn't matter the quality of the canvas or the drills. Michelle also uses a light pad. Oh, Jaylee Lee found a rechargeable one that she loves. That's fantastic. Tammy does use her light pad. She has an A3 and an A4 and an A5. Well, fantastic, Tammy. You got them all covered. Oh, Laura says she needs it to make things straight. I could see that for sure. Christine says mostly. Sometimes I do not. Depends on the light in the room. I agree, Christine. I also think rounds versus squares makes a difference. Melissa has the 3, an A4, an A3, and an A2. That's fantastic. Laura has the DAC light pad, and it's amazing. I don't have that one. I have one of the small ones. And honestly, I don't even know where my light pad is right now. That tells you how little I've used it lately. But I've been doing a bunch of rounds. And I really don't need my light pad on rounds. Melissa says her A3 and her A4 are rechargeable. Love, love, love. Yeah, when I finally bite the bullet and get a large one, it's going to have to be a rechargeable one. Because the cord drives me nuts. Especially because I have to move mine around so much. I mean, it literally is like the 8 by 10 size. And I hate that I don't have it right handy because I would show you guys, but it's the little guy. I don't know what number it is, but I mean, it's not the real small one, but it's like the 8 by 10 kind of size. So Michelle got a rechargeable one from Amazon. It was an investment, but worth it. Yeah. When I make that investment, I won't have to go big. Yeah, Laura, I've heard the rechargeable ones are really nice. I will have to eventually splurge. Melissa says that her A3 has 3 light colors, which helps on the canvases that may be very dark or light. Oh, that's interesting, Melissa. I didn't think about that. The 3 light colors. I know a lot of them are dimmable, but I read with a light by my bed that's 3 different types. Like the kind of like yellow light, the daylight, the bright light. That can be very interesting. Does it also dim and brighten, Melissa, out of curiosity? Christine thinks hers is an A2 and she has 2 of them. Yeah, I just have the one small one because I wasn't sure if I'd like light pads. Well, we're kind of looking. Blue is my favorite color. Let's look at some of these blues. I'm going to kind of throw them out here. Got blues and grays. I'm sure this is all going to be the sky. This is the bag that has the 2, and that's going to be a big chunk of our sky. Mix that in with these pretty soul dust. Ooh, look at that. This sky is going to be pretty. I may have to wait and do that last. Laura says she's not sure if she can part with her DAC one. It also has 3 colors. What rechargeable do you have, Melissa? I'm curious now. Melissa did say that it does brighten and dim. Oh, Laura said it wasn't 3 colors. It was the brightness options. Christine said, one is my art bag. My family and I DP on Friday night together. Oh, that's wonderful. My husband does not diamond paint, but we have a tradition that he comes into the room and he puts in my last like 3 to 5 drills. And I always get pictures and video it One of these days I'll have to do a compilation of my husband putting in final drills. But that's like our thing. He's so supportive of my hobby. He doesn't want to do it himself, but he loves putting the last drills in. So, Melissa says 6 shades, so very dim to eye searing bright. Yeah, that's kind of what my light is right now on my face, because my overhead light I turned off, and my one is like right in my face. Laura says she needs the details. Okay, when later hit Melissa up, or because I don't think you can put links or anything in the comments, so may have to hit Melissa up on their Art and Soul page and say, Melissa, I saw you on Jenny's live. Tell me about your light pad. Michelle, hers has the multiple colors and it divs several times. Fantastic. Ooh, yes, I want a fun fact, Melissa. Please share a fun fact about the inventory sheet. We got insider information. Not really, but share, Melissa. We want to hear this. Tammy says her girls aren't into diamond painting either. Yeah, I can't. She's checking with Melissa. Laura's checking with Melissa about her light pad if she can ask in the Art and Soul page. Christine says, my fiance wanted one, so I got him one. He worked on it once, but he supports my crafts. And yes, Melissa did confirm you can ask her in the Art and Soul page. They do have an Instagram, and they do have that very active Facebook group, as well as a Facebook page. So if you're not part of their Facebook group, please go check them out. It's Art and Soul, and it says official in all caps, so you know it's the right one. So go check them out. Laura says that her mom diamond paints with her a little bit. That's great. Melissa said some people love computer rendered, some love hand renders. I believe that. This will be a computer rendered. It's not a hand rendered. And you can kind of tell that by some of the heavier confetti. I have not tried an Art and Soul hand rendered yet. And I'm anxious to do that. I want to get one. That is my Christmas list. And I want to get a hand rendered one just to compare, but also because who doesn't like a hand rendered one? And it's, I get one. And then I can do this again. But yeah, I'm anxious to try their hand rendered. I think they have some Reagan ones that are now hand rendered. I believe all of their Hannah Lynn's are hand rendered, but in squares. Melissa said the inventory sheet lets people see the numbers. So if you want to reduce number of colors, you can look for those with the smallest number and just use colors nearby to reduce the number of colors. Wow, Melissa, thank you. That's very brilliant. Why I have not thought of this. But that's a really great idea. So if some of this confetti heavy stuff is a lot for you, you can turn it into color blocking a little bit. You can look and get, so like right here on my screen, all of these blues, these are the same color. Let me get that one out of the way. But look how close some of these are. If you want all of that shaded detail, you can do it, but you don't have to. Just looking at these. Now I'm going to keep that detail, but that's just a really quick example of similar colors. Those browns I had up earlier, you can really look at what's close by and adjust accordingly. That's fantastic, Melissa. Thank you for sharing that. It makes common sense, but if you don't think about it, you don't think about it, right? And Melissa said, so the inventory sheet lets a person easily remove colors and select colors that are close. I really like that. That is very helpful. And I do like, I reached up there across in front of me, which you guys can't really see, but I can just pull blues out really fast. Look at my inventory sheet. Yeah, that is really great. Because there are some with lower numbers that would be very easy to do. Tammy says she just got her Care Bear Trick or Sweet, but I'm not sure if it's hand rendered or not. Good morning, Shay. Thank you for being here. We're getting fun little tips from Melissa with Art and Soul. So let's see. Melissa said, so you say you want to get rid of number 3. You just look at the canvas, what symbols are nearby or similar shades, and there you go. That's fantastic. Thank you, Melissa. Wow. That's why, this is why I love their inventory sheet. Not only for the reasons I had said before, But even like Melissa explaining that to us, if there's something that's a very small number in color and it's just too confetti heavy and you want to just kind of make it a little more color blocking, you really can find the colors similar and kind of swap in and out to make it a little less confetti heavy. That's fantastic. Wow. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you for being here for my first live unboxing. I love that. You learn something new. You never know. So, I know it's getting close to the noon time frame, and I don't like to keep people too close to noon because I know some people do buy from the other company that releases at noon, or noon my time. It's a different time for everybody. I'm sorry, noon my time. Melissa did let Tammy know that it is computer rendered. I thought that one was computer rendered. Melissa, quick question before I do jump off. Did I see correctly that there are some rounds now that are hand rendered, or is it still just squares that are hand rendered? Well, I've still got you on here because I thought I saw one that was round computer rendered, and I wasn't sure if I was crazy. And Tammy is right. Thank you for supporting me, Melissa. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everybody being here, honestly. It means a lot. I was a nervous wreck this morning, having never done a live unboxing and trying something new. So I hope it worked for everybody. Melissa did say yes. So they do have some round hand rendereds. So when you guys go to their website, if you have not been there, she said Siamese Sisters is hand rendered and round. Siamese Sisters, was that a Reagan? That was a Reagan piece, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. Thank you for saying I did good. I was a nervous wreck. Hannah said, yes, a lot of the Hannah Lynn's are. Melissa said, yes, a lot of the Hannah Lynn's are round and square renders. So, but if you are not familiar with their website, have you not been there yet? They make it clear which ones are hand rendered and which ones are computer rendered. Oh, it's Emma Casey. Thank you. Thank you, Melissa. I knew it was somebody that I liked. Laura just asked Melissa if Hannah Lynn round was hand rendered. I think that, I don't know if all of them are. I'm quite certain all their squares are. But that's why go to their website for sure. And it will tell you their website is right over here. I'm going to plug the website. It's artandsouldiamonds.com. You can also email them artandsouldiamonds@gmail.com. But go to their website and it will for sure tell you very clearly in the description if the square is hand rendered, if the round is hand rendered. If it doesn't say, it will be computer rendered. Like if it doesn't specify that the item is hand rendered in one square or round, then it will be computer rendered. Michelle asked, working on Elena now, just had a delivery this morning from Art and Soul and waiting for another order, and of course planning on the canvases for the holiday. Yay, Michelle! Melissa said some are, some are not. Rendering is very expensive, so we don't render everything at once. That makes sense. I'm sure it's very expensive. Thank you, Christine. And Melissa did say if you have any doubt, just ask. So before you order, if you're questioning if is it hand rendered or computer rendered, or you know, have any questions at all, they are very quick to respond. So, all right. Well, thank you, Melissa. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad I represented Art and Soul okay. They did not ask me to do this. I actually asked them if I could do this and posted in the group because I was really excited to try and I really wanted to see this canvas out. So it is getting close to that noon time, so I do want to let everybody go. But I hope everyone has a very wonderful weekend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I want to do this again. I have some more kits on the way. So I want to do this again in the future. So if you guys have feedback, shoot me a private message on Instagram. Let me know if there's something I could do better. I'm totally open to open criticism. I want to know what I can do better or anything like that. Okay, so I love you, Tammy. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're getting any goodies this weekend, enjoy. It's chilly here. It's my mother-in-law's birthday, so we're going to go make hamburgers and stuff like that for late lunch. And yeah, join me again. I will be here. Thank you, Melissa. I will be here next Saturday at 11 a.m. again. Probably won't be an unboxing. I got some small shop stuff. We might do a little whip and chat. But we'll change it up, try to do different stuff each week. But I will be here on Instagram Live at 11 a.m. next Saturday. Thank you guys so much for the support. I love you all very much. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.